Right, so, where are we? Okay, good, we're in business. That's me. My name's Simon Collins. I'm the Dean of Fashion at Parsons. I'm going old school. I've got my notes on paper. Thank you very much for inviting me down here. It's a real honor to be here for Sao Paulo Fashion Week. It's an incredible city. Just seeing the things that have been picked up by WGSN shows, I think, how powerful Brazil is in the creative world. I'd particularly like to thank Christina from SDB and Andrea from WGSN for bringing me down here. And WGSN, thanks to you, we at Parsons enjoy a huge amount of help from WGSN, so we're great friends. So I spent 20 years as a fashion designer watching that kind of presentation from Lorna, drinking it in. I worked with some incredible brands. I worked in London, in Hong Kong, in Tokyo, in Italy, and in New York. And I worked with people like Nike and Zegna and Fila, Polo Ralph Lauren. I did collections for people like Benetton and Burberry and Nautica, and I collaborated with people like Junior Watanabe from Comme des Garçons and Nakata, the captain of the Japanese football team. But at the beginning of 2008, I packed it all in and turned to a life in academia. Some might wonder why. Well, in a nutshell, I was tired of seeing creativity stifled by short-sighted executives who were interested in nothing other than a short-term profit. Oscar Wilde put it rather well when he described those kind of people as knowing the price of everything, but the value of nothing. I did work for some brands that really did get it, people like Polo and Nike. At Nike, Phil Knight, who built the brand, he truly believes in design, and he invests design in everything they do. Nothing happens in Nike that hasn't been touched by a designer. Ralph Lauren, nothing goes out of Ralph Lauren's business without him or one of his trusted advisors seeing it. So they really believe in design. They really believe in the absolute necessity of having that in their business. But too many companies just see design as a luxury. They just see their design team as sort of like a trophy wife, frankly, something to show off when they're meeting their other CEOs. But if times are tough, get rid of it. We can just get some more later, it doesn't matter. And that's what's killing them. That's what's killing innovation. They don't realize that design is a constant source of inspiration for the entire company. When designers come up with a new theme for the season, they're not just informing design, they're giving a vision for the whole company. They're presenting new concepts, new ideas, new perspectives, new ways of looking at things. The smart companies realize that. So in 2007, I left the role of creative director for Nike in Hong Kong, and I returned to New York to take on the job of building a design studio in New York City for the global retailer Walmart. Imagine that. 6 months of that, and I knew I had to do something more creative with my life. It had become clear to me that I was never going to change anything about the design industry from within the design industry. I had to get out. Now, I have the most creative job I've ever had. I have a design team of 1,300 dedicated and passionate students. We have a staff of 200 professionals who not only teach, but are embedded within the fashion industry. Along with my colleagues in the 4 other design schools in Parsons, we are changing the face of design education, and by extension, the design industry. We're working to ensure that our students leave Parsons with a fantastic resume already in place. We want them to spend as much time as possible working in the industry while they're still at school. They need to observe the fashion industry from the inside and then come back to us, and we'll work out how to fix it. Our students leave Parsons with some pretty good ideas about how to avoid the mistakes that so many companies make. Not only that, but with our combined global fashion contacts, we can put them in the right kind of places to make the maximum impact. From my personal point of view, it's an amazing way to pursue the ideas I had while designing. I can spread my experience and watch the designers of tomorrow take and improve and get to the places that I never dreamt of. Now, an awful lot has happened since I joined Parsons. We've had some fantastic triumphs and we've learned a lot. I'm going to share with you a snapshot of what we've been up to, along with examples of projects that I've done through my career that inform what we do at Parsons. To begin with, here's a short film that students created showing life as a senior in Parsons. Now, the key about this is it was made 100% by students. So take a look.
Well, Parsons is the most amazing institution, and we're so thrilled tonight to share this moment because it's really the future.
Rewarding yet intensive semester.
Sometimes things can get a little rough, but I think through it all we all kind of pull together.
I don't recall a time when I've ever had to work so hard in my life.
You know, you work every day so hard for hours and hours and hours, but at the end of the day, you know, I really love doing it.
There's nothing like doing something you believe in. Whether you're an artist or if you're a painter, you know, whatever it is. I think you just have to really have the passion for it.
New York City is an incredibly important part of the Parsons experience.
It is the backdrop for everyone's life. There's a heavy, heavy role in the student's life for a person. Just even riding the subway in New York can be a huge source of inspiration.
It's really important as an industry as big as the fashion industry to support young talent coming out to school.
I think to foster a school and the students at Parsons is very important. Thank you so much.
Sometimes the people cannot arrive at the target where they go, not just because they are not able to do it, but maybe because no one gives them the opportunity or the possibility of doing something, and we are trying to do that.
I want to take them and I want to get them jobs. I want to get them working.
We want to have new names on the fashion system, absolutely.
When you see someone's personality, you see them starting to talk, and the subject matter that fascinates them, it becomes head to toe. It's like that. I can see that person now perfectly well in their clothes. That's the best you can ask for from somebody, that their creative product, in a sense, is really who they are.
12 finalists picked out of a class of 170 students. This is the best of the best.
I saw a lot of passion, a lot of love, and a lot of creativity, a lot of really fresh ideas.
Something's happening, something's changing, because the young people aren't resorting to older, tried and true language.
Sort of new eyes, new goggles.
Ladies and gentlemen, Parsons, the new school for design.
Parsons is probably the incubator for fashion in America.
Over the years, all of my chief assistants have come from Parsons School of Design.
I hire, a lot of students from Parsons.
I wanted to go to Parsons.
If you look at the colleges around the world, in the U.S., Parsons is the best. When you see the garments and you see the work that these kids are able to produce, it's amazing.
I love Parsons, and I'm actually really sad to leave it.
You know, I'm just very pleased to be a part of something really impressive.
We are immensely proud of everything that our students do, and we know they'll go on to do great things.